Frauditor Mania. I love you so much. Thanks. You are so awesome. You are super. Eagle Nick says it. You are super. And I thank you.
Are you live right now?
Yep.
La 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 la. I don't care what you say. La la la. Hi.
Hello.
You're triggering me. You're trying to get me emotionally active.
I'm not trying to. You're doing it to yourself.
The cameras. Witness.
There's lots of witnesses. We're in the middle of the public.
You stepped in the puddle, buddy. Your sock's gonna get all wet. Your sock is all soaked and wet.
Oh, what an assault.
Fuck you up. Say my mom again, bro. Say my mom again. Say my mom again, bro. Say my mom again. Say it again, bro. Say it again. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Wait.
Are you serious right now?
Yes, like I can like stay out here with my camera and stuff.
Certainly.
Yeah. Oh, my name's Russ. Your name, ma'am? Wow. Holy cow. Such rude and unprofessionalism. Or I mean, orally or in writing.
I'm gonna shut this window.
Can I?
I'm not agreeing to be in video.
Can I do an open records request, please?
Let's go.
Don't you touch me. Don't you put hands on me. This is a lawsuit, sir.
Okay.
Everybody see what's happening? Look at this. They're wrong.
Quit touching my penis! Quit touching my penis! Quit touching my penis! It's not. It's called a public easement. Quit trying to fucking bully me. I know my rights.
Stop. Come on. You're like an old man. And I'm an old man.
Sir, that's not nice of you, sir. That's not nice of you.
Go ask her. Go ask her, by the way. You cocksucker. Hey. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're making holy honor. That's how you tell a kid, right?
It's a First Amendment right violation. I'm a press.
Get the f*** off me. Call the police.
No, you wanted to stand there and hold your cell phone in my face is what you wanted to do. Yes, you do. Take your cell phone and go and make your complaint, okay? Okay.
Those are my fucking court records on the floor.
Get this off my wrist!
She has a broken back, by the way, too.
You think that me wanting to know where to find you has anything to do with YouTube? You're sadly mistaken. Your name is going on the lawsuit.
I hope you guys enjoyed that intro because I could not see anything because of how bad it was lagging. Did my intro just lag, guys? Or could everyone see just fine? If it's on my end, it's my crap internet. But I was like, wait a minute. Why is the video not playing? Why is this a close-up of Glenn Serio's butt crack? Like, what's happening here? Oh, man. Proof Chaos 3D Print says, and to this day, there has still been no lawsuits. And I'm waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting for this lawsuit. The day this lawsuit finally is a reality, you know we're going to have a lot of fun. Excuse my cough. Now, we did have a bit of a scare April 1st of 2024. We thought we were sued. We realized that it was simply a typographic error. So you know what? We'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't get sued on April 1st, 2025. I'll just put it at that. Quick howdy to people here. CyberX, Greg, Mark, Joe, Professor Chaos. Great to see everybody here. Good to see everybody here. We're going to hang out for a little bit tonight, guys. We were going to get nice and juicy tonight, but we said, you know what? Let's bring it back home and let's just chill and let's enjoy the vibe with one another. Bring our friends up while we have them here. Oh, there goes Joe. There's Joe. Evening, fellas. Good evening.
Hey.
Hello.
What's going on?
I mean, the place looks mighty different. I haven't been here in a minute, but it looks good.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah, I wonder. You know, I could place that on a lot of people, but I just won't.
Don't make me pull the emails. I sent this dude emails like every time I stream, and he never shows up. So, but then magically, when someone else is streaming with me, he'll show up in their chat. Hello, my favorite content creator, and that other guy that's over there. Like,
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. You know, Will, you're my favorite creator. I don't know
Wait.
You are.
What's that, Robert? What's that,
Robert?
What's that, Mr.? Oh no. Okay. See if he gets an email from me again.
Oh yeah. You all too, and I say that with a smile on my face.
Okay. Chef M80. Good evening. Great to see you, pal.
What's up, Chef M80? How's the ribs coming along, huh?
You know, I was gonna order some ribs. I'm in the office today, and I'm like, you know what? I just want some good BBQ ribs, and there's a good spot right not far from where my job is. I'm like, you know, I know they'll deliver. It won't be expensive. But then the lady friend, hold on. Then the lady friend, huh?
No, I was responding to Steve Sellers. He said, "Mr. Thomas rules." Thank you. I really appreciate that.
His copy and paste messed up, but you usually copy and paste fraud or mania rules, but that's okay. But so I was gonna order these juicy barbecue ribs. Then the lady friend, the soon-to-be wife, no, babe, you don't need the red meat, and you don't need. Why don't you go get a nice chicken salad for lunch? Have a nice salad.
But
and you know what I
said?
Ribs are not red meat.
I hope it was yes to you.
To her, anything from a pig, from a pig to her is red meat.
Pig is the other. Pork is the other white meat.
Yeah, no, that's red. I'm trying to explain to you guys. Like that's red meat to her. That is red meat. So
That's not red meat. That's pork. It's another.
Hold on.
Pork is delicious.
So what would you guys have preferred? I argued with her that it's not red meat, or I had David's response. Well, David, what was my response?
Well, if you want a happy wife, you know.
I mean, I'm just going to try to keep the record straight and don't confuse people. Pork is not red meat.
Can we get her on panel and you guys explain this to her? I can't have ribs. I can't have any of the good stuff.
Yeah, man.
I mean, pork is good, especially when you get like a good pork butt and you rub it down and smack it a few times.
Guys.
And don't forget a good pork belly. You know, rubbing that belly.
Oh yeah, rub the belly and everything. I mean, especially when you smack it and you hear that one smack one good time.
Oh yes.
And then when you smack it, it jiggles. I'm like, that is the goodest. That is the best pork butt that you can ever get.
Oh yes.
Did we run Will off?
Yeah,
again?
we ran him off. He didn't want to be associated with us. Talking about how.
While you two are jerking off to a pig, I'm gonna let you guys finish so that I can get on with what I'm trying to say.
I mean, you could have had your pork ribs there. Just told the future wife. I'm like, the chicken salad was pretty good.
Lie?
So if you it's not a lie unless you find out about it.
I am an honest man to my cake.
Okay, see, now that's a lie.
What have I ever lied?
Now that's a lie. It's never hurt to tell a little white lie, but you know.
All right. Well,
I'm not saying lie to your wife all the time.
Well, he's saying lie to your wife all the time.
Oh, right.
No, I'm not saying not all the time, but
you should never.
Hey, David is the man of experience here. David, what is your take on all this?
You never lie to your wife.
David knows from experience.
Well, yeah, you don't have to. I'm not saying lie to her all the time. I'm just saying, look, this is something little. It's not like she gonna know you had pork ribs. What she gonna do? Wait till you come on and ask, can she
Can we
smell your
just stop
breath?
for 1 second? I got a question about a comment that just popped up, and if you don't mind, Chris H, can you clarify what you mean by that?
Because if you're saying what I think you're saying, we'll change our tune right now. What we're going to talk about, but I digress. So for right now,
Chris,
let's
do you
pull
mean
up.
he got busted?
Yeah, it's such a. I really want to talk about it. But I'm gonna do the smart thing and just hold tight.
Yeah, let's do that. My dog's hungry.
The dog agrees.
And kitties, y'all need to calm down. Dog's
The
not here.
The dog probably said you should have had your pork ribs for lunch today.
Dog say, if you don't want them, I'll take them. All right, let's.
Oh wait, whoa! Chris H did reply. And Chris, do you have a link or anything that you can?
There has to be proof. There has to be proof of that. I'm not just going to take that on face value.
I agree. That's why I'm asking if he has a link, because and I'll go look and confirm while we.
You know why I say that? Everyone would be, all the troll channels would be streaming right now if that were the case.
Yeah,
no one's
true.
streaming. So let's pull up the video.
Okay.
Let's pull up the video I was gonna watch for public safety. Apparently decides to go cop watching. And apparently has good reception from me.
He's back at it again.
Huh?
He's back at it again.
No, look at the screen, idiot. Look. For public safety, quote unquote. Hint, hint. For public safety.
For public safety. Isn't that dumb? Hold up.
All right, how long have you been out of the loop, dude?
Wait. I forgot I haven't been here for a minute.
You know
so
what? Forget it. We're just gonna start watching the video.
No, I thought For Public Safety lost his channel.
This is not. Joe, explain, please.
Okay, so there were two For Public Safeties. One maintained by this individual named Chris Ryder, and another one that is owned by JJ Scarborough, Christopher Ruff, and Anya Meadows.
Oh, see, I did not know that.
What were you doing? Living underneath a rock?
No, cause I just wasn't following it really, so I didn't know. See that, Will? I did not follow it.
And yeah, I take the earlier comment with a grain of salt, because Mark Stewart said Shiz would be all on it right now, insulting me and insulting everybody. So no, that's not legit. So anyway, let's have a look at the fake For Public, or I guess now is the real For Public Safety, because Chris's channel is gone. So let's have a look and enjoy For Public Safety going cop watching in Meade County, Kentucky. Let's see. TTA fam.
We're going to be able to
really?
County Sheriff's Office. We're going to be riding down with Deputy. He's a young officer. Audio might be a little bit hard to understand. I do have some microphones coming, but for now, we're just going to have to get by. Hope you all enjoy the video. So the green numbers on the radar, that's our speed, is that right? The numbers on the right?
And then the red number will be their numbers.
Now, how often are those calibrated?
I calibrate mine at the beginning of every shift, not at the end of every shift.
Wow, you calibrate it that often?
I do.
And Now, how do you calibrate yours? I mean, you say you calibrate it.
We use tuning forks.
Okay.
Tuning forks, they'll say a certain mile per hour on it. It's a frequency given. The frequency will go off in front of the radar, and it has to be within a certain calibration of it. I always try to keep mine calibrated the same that the tuning forks are saying. Once there's a mile an hour difference, I report it to my chain of command, let them know that it's starting to go out a little bit. And they help me out by getting it sent off to the lab, getting it calibrated from them.
Now, is that stuff that you learn in the academy, or is that stuff on the job training?
It was a little bit of both. You do learn a little bit in the academy, but the majority of it's taught at your department because everybody runs different types of radars.
Oh, I got you. So different manufacturers use different calibration methods.
They use the same calibration methods, but some radars are different. And yeah, like with the handgun radar, it has to be done with distance. With these, it's done with tuning forks. So all of them are kind of different. These is the one I'm running is the stalker. Other people have different type of manufactured radars that they run.
First, a lot of this stuff's probably still fresh in your head. You got out of the academy and when?
The beginning of November.
How long is the academy in Kentucky?
18 weeks.
Now, is any of that done at home, or is that all in person?
So they do 4 weeks online training that you do at home first, and then you do the 18 weeks at the academy.
You think that's long enough? I mean, obviously, I know it's long enough being away from home and staying in a dormitory, but do you think that's long enough to get the basics done that you need?
I do believe so. I mean, I was fortunate enough to be able to work the road a little bit before I went, but with the basics of learning the basics and everything, I think they did a very good job of teaching us that.
What was the most challenging part of the academy for you?
I don't know. That's a little hard to say. I think probably being away from home wasn't always the most fun. But,
I mean, and you're still pretty young, so you're in good shape. So the physical part didn't get you.
No.
Now, did you see a lot of people struggle with any of the fitness stuff?
There were a few. They have methods that they give us that help out tremendously. I've seen people that can do the bare minimum push-ups end up being able to do more than the biggest guy in the class by the end of it.
Hey guys, pause.
When the drive-in,
Joe, I don't know if you just saw what I saw or if you're about to like.
I think I saw what you saw. I'm going to send.
Not even. Team Skeptic. We guys know who Team Skeptic is. Just put out a community post, and I can't.
Well, I'm going to do a quick screenshot what I have, and I'm going to put. I'll send it to you via email.
That's fine. So, I mean, I think we need to talk about something a little different tonight.
Yeah.
WRANGLER is exactly where he belongs, in jail. Reading the Kiser supporters from my last post, coping has, and then it cuts off for me. I think I zoomed in so much. Hold on. There we go. Reading the Kiser supporters from my last post, coping has to be my new favorite hobby. Unfortunately, Roughneck Raw Call will be put on hold for the time being. Well, that didn't age well where he said, we'll be fine there, Roughnecks. I do, Chris. It's in the description of my channel. Email me anytime.
Guys, apparently It's apparently official. There's several people now reporting it, so it's It's
Well,
real.
okay. Look. I said that it was something we could talk about tonight, but we could let it slide until later. But at this point, I think something needs to be said about this because, look.
Remember, I called it this afternoon. I told you I didn't think he'd be around long.
Yeah, we all
After his actions last night, you could tell that it's like he's been, the bravado, like the ego that the dude's had, and it's, I understand why he's had to put on a strong front because he has been completely eviscerated by everyone over the last year and a half. And you know what? The fact that he was able to grow 2 successful monetized channels is great. Chris, you can email me a link. Email it over. If it's the Shiz's stream, I have no interest in watching Shiz stream. If it's just something, if it's something verifying he's in jail, I believe.
Well, hey, Dummy Kruger was over on Shiz's. Was in the chat over at Shiz's. So I'm not sure I was trying to ask him if he knew anything about it, but I hadn't heard anything back yet.
And check your email, Will. I just sent you a screenshot of a fine link.
So let me ask a question. So he had a warrant for his arrest, right?
Correct.
So was this warrant expeditable to Alabama, or is it just in Oklahoma?
All warrants are expeditable if they choose to do it.
And from what Shiz has said, it is expeditable. They will be expediting him. Again, we're talking about Shiz, so there's that little factor that she might be exaggerating a little bit, but I do believe that he's going to Alabama.
Yep.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt that they're not going to extradite him to Alabama.
Yeah. One thing I'm still not clear on: what was the bond for? Was it for the burglary or for the much worse thing?
These were burglary. These were on the burglary.
Okay.
And Dummy, Dickbag, and Team Skeptic are in Shiz's chat. Cool. So
Yes.
look,
There were a lot of people
here
over
it is. So here it is. And it is what it is. Dude look, the moment, so there's a story behind this, and it's not a long story. I will talk about it just briefly. So I was in communication with dude when all of this came out, where the 2525, all his trolls like Mirror and Burns and Stanley, Stanley, were all in my comments.
Oh, not Stanley.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And then Troll, I think, put a video out about it. Of course, the Troll, he's gonna put out, he's gonna be, having a wank on a live stream because of this. That's all he cares about. And it's like, he was so like, and once I saw the video, I was like, wow, this is actually serious. Like, dude, they believe he violated bond. And now, in a case like this, the impression that Kiser gave to me was this was, as always, a clerical error. Oh, I told them what my address was and why I wasn't living in Alabama. Wherever it was. I think it was Alabama. I don't even remember. He's like, oh, it'll be fine. And I said to him, dude, the one mistake you don't make, show up to court. Have your argument ready. Have your exhibits ready. Have people.
You're roboting a little bit. You were roboting there.
Yeah, because I have this picture up. I can't change that. But can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, but it was when you have a situation when your bond potentially is being revoked, and they say come to court and argue why we should not revoke your bond. You show up to court.
It was a show cause hearing then. Okay.
It was a show cause hearing. It was. So you show up to court to defend why they should not revoke your bond.
To show cause why you should not be incarcerated.
Exactly. Now, of course, to me, not a worry there, Bubba. We'll be all right. We'll take care of everything. Everything will work itself out. And I'm like, are you listening to me, dude? This is serious. You need to have your witnesses ready to testify. You said you spoke to this person about this bit. Have them ready. Contact them directly. You said that you have proof of change of this. Have that ready to take with you to court. Blah, 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 blah. Nah, Bubba, we'll be all right, brother. You know, the haters are going to hate, you know, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, and I said to him, sure, I'm like, dude, this has nothing to do with hate. This is the law coming at you. You have to be ready to defend yourself. And it was the nonchalant, like, nah, bro, we'll be fine. And I'm like, okay. And in my mind, I wanted to say, well, dude, when this happens, when someone that has taken a ton of heat for even acknowledging your existence is trying to help you, okay, I'm not going to be crying about it, which is part of the whole community post I posted yesterday, because it's just like, this really exposed and showed to me the true character of this guy. Like, this guy is, look, I don't know what to tell you, you know?
But honestly, it's just so much that you can help somebody.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
True. I mean, look.
You gave him advice on what to do, and he didn't follow it, so that's
Well,
what he
you
got.
know, a little legal analysis here would be appropriate too, because it seems like as hard as, by the way, it was not Calhoun County that issued the warrant; it was Etowah County.
That's correct. Etowah County.
As hard as they're pushing it, I've got to think they may have a sealed indictment on him for something a lot worse. You all know what I'm talking about.
This was fairly quick. We're talking about 2 days, and if you look at the record, he was booked at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, so basically a little more than an hour ago.
Oh, was it 6 o'clock? Okay, somebody told me 2. Okay, I think I got the wrong time. But the point is,
hold on. Did I say I was?
Did he turn himself in?
Say again.
Was he arrested, or did he go turn himself in?
There's no way this dude turned himself in. There's no way dude turned himself in.
I would be very surprised if he did.
The arrogance of dude last night. There's no way he turned himself in.
And part of the thing about this, though, I mean, you know, he was indicted for the unaliving back in. He was indicted the 4th try, and then that was quashed. And so I'm wondering if something changed, something happened. They got, you know, because there's no statute of limitations on that. And I'm wondering if maybe he has got a sealed indictment for that they're gonna unseal now that they've got him in custody. It's just speculation on my part. I don't know that, but it makes sense.
The amount of how they pushed very hard to get him back into Alabama.
Now they're saying that his mugshot should be available pretty quick. This was in Oklahoma County, right? In Oklahoma City?
Oklahoma County Detention Center is where he's at right now.
That's Oklahoma City. So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and here's and you know, the record speaks for itself. And in this case, as David mentioned, there is a good chance they have a sealed indictment, because and my whole take, because, you know, I've said it, I felt as though I still kind of do in the past, you know, just wailing on him, and it was old news, wailing on him, and I'm like, dude, this is old news, because people saying that, oh, he's going to be indicted for the unaliving any day now because they dismissed it over a clerical error. I'll make it clear: any competent attorney with evidence, if a case gets dismissed due to a clerical error, will refile the next day.
Yeah, that doesn't take 8 years.
It doesn't. A little longer, I think. Longer than 8
years.
It was
you're right. It's continuous.
But what that does not mean is that the prosecutor will not stop looking for evidence. So there could be a chance. There could be a chance.
They can have new forensics. They can have all kinds of stuff. I mean, who knows?
Exactly. So we don't know that. And that's part of why, you know, we talked a little bit, Joe. We were on GS's stream last night. I mean, I was on for a little bit.
Yeah.
But Brick came on and was talking about, you know, not everyone is so quick to just look at a piece of paper and say, okay, because you told me so, I'm going to believe it. Some people, it takes time for them to ask questions. ask questions to make sure they
Now,
understand.
the proverbial indicting the proverbial ham sandwich is not actually the case.
Right.
It just takes more than you really got to have evidence to get someone indicted. You can't just walk in and say indict this person, please. At least not usually.
Well, in essence, what an indictment is, people think an indictment and a conviction are the same thing. An indictment in front of a grand jury is simply indicating whether or not there is enough evidence to proceed to trial.
Right.
Indicting someone, indicting someone as a potential as a defendant, potential defendant, that's the word, that potentially committed the crime. Is there enough evidence for us to take this to court? That's why they use the term ham sandwich, because yes, circumstantial evidence is circumstantial evidence. But like Joe and I could be in the same city, and people say, "Oh yeah, a YouTuber did whatever." Okay, well, both of us are quote unquote YouTubers. Both of us can be in the same place. But if they actually get to a description, what did he look like? And they said, "Oh yeah, he's a 6'5", handsome African American man." They're like, "Oh, he's not a 5'2" short, stumpy white guy." No, wrong. We'll indict fraud or mania. Not Joe. Joe, you're off the hook.
Well, here's the problem with that description.
Well, they could throw out the handsome part though, but hey.
Yeah, that's not what I'm ready to say. What handsome? Not in here.
Hey guys, just so you know, Team Skeptic is now up on Shiz's panel.
Right. Yeah. I've heard the same thing. A lot of people are talking. I do appreciate everybody that's coming in. Chris H letting us know and giving me the place to go look, and I do appreciate his help on that to confirm, because I didn't want to say anything until we saw some sort of proof.
I look at it like this: everybody has a right to their opinion. Just like they have a right to theirs, you have a right to yours. It's just, like I'm going back to what Will said earlier. He gave him some advice, and he didn't follow that advice.
Yep.
You know what? Let's just.
I understand one other thing. I understand the bail bonds guy was there at the hearing, and he was not a happy camper when Kiser didn't show.
I would imagine not.
I don't know if this whole hearing. If you know if this, it sounds like the bail bondsman must have initiated the hearing so they could get out from under the bond. I mean, that's what it really sounds like, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just assuming. You know, Will?
I think any bail bondsman would be mad if you don't show up to court.
Well, I mean, but he'd be red if he was trying to pull the bond on Kiser and Kiser didn't show. For whatever reason, bondsmen do that. Sometimes people don't adhere to their bond, but I'm sorry, what?
David, that's why I think your submission, that's why I think your interpretation being that there potentially is a sealed indictment against him, I think that's accurate.
Well, that would certainly be reason to pull a bond. They don't have anything to do with that. And if he is indicted for that, he's not going to get a bond. That's the one offense you cannot be bonded for in most states.
No, dude, so they're going to have a trial. Hold on one second. Let's just go out at this point, because I have a lot of things that I want to say. A lot of things. Because of all of the channels that have done their best to be neutral to all this, I am the one that people wanted to pick on and bully and harass and come after my livelihood, come after my family, come after my fiance, come after my job. And it's just like, who cares at this point? So, of course, I think Rob said it just now that, Will, you tried to give advice and he didn't listen. That is true. Mm-hmm. Let's have a brief look as to how one of his lead roughnecks responded to my little community post yesterday. And I'll put my community post up in a second. Yes. Fraudermania can F off also. I see you in other chats, but you can't come here. I you know why I found that so funny? A lot of the trolls are quick to say, Will, you're clearly Kiser supporter. You're clearly a Kiser supporter because you're in his chats every day. No, I am not. Kimmy Dawn made it clear. I see you in other chats, but you can't come here. No, I don't go to his chats. I watch and listen just like everyone else did. But I'm the criminal. You don't want anything at do with the guy that got you monetized off his subs. Chris H, I always had your back. I appreciate it. And you know what, Chris, I appreciate that. And people in my community posted that, some of his roughnecks were coming at my neck, but some of them were saying, Will, we're Kiser supporters, but we support you too. And I appreciate everyone that supports my channel because at the end of the day, I don't hope bad for the guy. I don't hope the worst for the guy. I just think that if you're going to come on a platform like YouTube and call out people that are criminals, and I'm not talking about past, I'm talking about future. Carry yourself in a way that's worthy of imitation. And the events from the last week just did not. And that was my whole point for my community post. Like, you didn't even show up, and then the excuse that you did not receive notice. Well, it is clear that you knew of the event and where it was taking place. Your argument that, I didn't receive it, so therefore my constitutional rights were violated, that's like a sovereign citizen that he makes fun of on his channel, saying, I'm not traveling, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. The courts will look at that in the same respect.
So Lois Peterson did put a good comment in the chat. I'm going to point something out, if you don't mind throwing that up there on the.
I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Lois, thank you for coming. Good to have you. Something I do want to point out, something I've noticed for quite a few weeks. JJ had not been on Wrangler's panel for a very long time. So I don't know if he was seeing it coming down the road, or if it was for other reasons. But I'm starting to believe, as I'm starting thinking of the recent history, that JJ probably saw something that was very, very similar that made him want to create a little bit of distance between him and Wrangler.
Can I ask like a kind of, crazy question? If you think Christopher Ryder would have had his channel, you think he would have been live streaming?
He would
right
be
now?
live a minute after it was
Oh,
recorded.
he would be dancing naked in Jello right now.
Still wouldn't save him.
Who's saying he's not? He's probably doing it on his small, insignificant channel.
Probably is, or either Tiffany's probably doing it on her channel.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not going to save him. What Kiser has done in his past does not have any effect on what Ryder was doing just a few months ago.
But I look at it like this: in the eyes of the law, he is still innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
But you show us.
Dilly Gap, it's good to see you.
He is still innocent until proven guilty. Even, they could,
Right.
I'm just going,
I just want to say this.
I'm
sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, I haven't followed much about this. I just recently, found out about this really last night when I was watching another live streamer's channel. That's like, oh, okay, well, when I found out what was going on, and all I can say is you're still innocent until proven guilty.
Something else with what Lois said about JJ, and I agree. I don't think JJ knew anything about what was coming down the pike. I mean, as far as predicting any of this, I think he had a gut feeling that there was something not kosher. But I'm afraid his next re-election campaign. This is going to really come back to bite him.
This is definitely going to be heavily scrutinized. MC Dilligav, and I just want to not calling anyone out,
which is a shame because Peyton is a great guy.
And I will say people like MC Dilliga, who her and I have had differencing of opinions on the whole Wrangler situation, differencing of opinions about different stuff, but she is still a loyal supporter of the channel, and that is the reason why I love my core people, including you, MC Dilliga. Thank you for being here. But you know what? Look, it is what it is, and I want to address something on the screen here because this is something that a lot of people said about me when I first started. How my channel started, I was a nobody channel. I didn't even know who Fraud at Wrangler was. And now I remembered, yeah, he's that guy that used to go on Fraud or Trolls live streams every other night on for hours until I changed channel that I'm tired of listening to this guy. Like, I found Kiser very boring in his early days. He evolved as a content creator when he started his own channel. And I found him a bit more interesting, but still, it's kind of the same thing. Like even when I just look, because look, and David, you know, it's like I would join his panel. I joined his panel 5 or 6 times over like a 2-month period, like from like end of December of 23 to like early February of 24. Then I never was on the show again.
Right.
But it's so frustrating streaming with Wrangler because dude will not shut up.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
I'm just and Joe, you've been on with him, and it's like he'll just ramble.
I've been on with him too, and you're right. He would ask a question and then answer.
He'll just ramble on and on and on, and I'll try and insert something, or I'll be talking and he'll cut me off, and I'm just like, dude, you make it so hard to talk on your stream.
I know how that how that is. I've been on this guy's stream that cut you off in a heartbeat. Right, Mr. Thomas. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I do know exactly what you're talking about.
I think that anyway. So.
No. I have listened to his live streams before, and I think me and Joe was listening to his live stream before, and he just everybody that came into he was calling roll like for 25, 30 minutes, almost like
an hour.
To that long, I'm like,
45
dude,
minutes, and I'm like,
come on.
So Chris H.S. Fraud or Trolls. Here's the whole thing. Here's the whole thing. Because I'll talk to. Yeah. Well, Joe, I know, but I'm not gonna stop.
I know.
That's just his schedule, whatever. Chris H.S. Fraud or Troll is annoying. I'll be honest with you, like. Because I said I've made my statement, I've made my stance, and it's like I finally feel like I can say how I feel about Wrangler confidently. Not even confidently or not confidently, but it's just like I have everything I need to see. I have my evidence. I get it. And not to say I didn't get it before. I know there's been a lot of scrutiny surrounding Kiser, but it's just like the fact that, again, dude has the arrogance to not show up to court knowing that he could be arrested and then live stream the next day and act like we're the problem. And then this comment here, again, I was telling you guys the story. When I started on this channel, I was a nobody channel. Wrangler was not even the first channel to find me. 3 other channels found me and promoted my channel. Kiser sends me a message or leaves a comment under one of my videos. Hey, can I show your video on my live stream tonight? And, I had no clue. Hey, Frauder Watch. I had no clue.
Frauder Watch.
Frauder Watch, I know you have some stuff to say. So.
Hey, did you get my email, Frauder Watch?
Hey, somebody get Frauder Watch a link. If he wants to come up, let the man come up.
I'm sending it to him right
now.
Get
him up here. Come on up. I know he because him and I talked about some stuff that happened recently, so he can come up and talk too. But
yeah,
I watched him because he covered Ryder. And you know what? Here's the thing. And MC Dilligaff, you have to understand, I enjoyed the banter between him and Ryder too. You still have nothing against him. You enjoy his content. You enjoy his chat. You have fun there. But other things you don't know, it's to be continued. And that's fine. A person like you should not be vilified for not saying he's a murdering POS. I never said he was a murdering
Watch,
POS.
I sent you the link.
Right. I never said he's a murdering POS. So then the channel's streaming now, like Shiz and Troll and F3 and all the little troll channels, Spider Dog, Stanley, want to say, "Oh, Will, you're a worthless POS because you won't call Kiser out." Dickbag. Well, Dickbag's a big one. Dickbag, a couple of nights ago, Dickbag went on this long rant stream about how he despises me. And then follows up his rant by saying, "But who is Will? I don't care about Will. Will's irrelevant. I don't care about him. Who cares about Will?" And I'm like, you just went on this 35-minute rant about how you despise me. And mind you guys, I have never, ever live streamed with Dickbag Patrol. Yeah, he sent me some hate email, but that's it.
Will, it's to me, it's, can I be honest with you?
Go for it.
Can I be very honest with you about something?
Go.
To me, it just sounds like letting their opinions get to you.
No, here's the thing.
I mean, it's an opinion. It's an opinion. Their opinions don't matter. Just like a hooker's name. His opinion does not matter.
Well, here's the thing. In the grand scheme of things, you're correct, but it's different when you have people on panels and on their live streams and on their channels telling everyone, and this is what Troll did, and this is why I have a problem with it. Hey, do not support this content creator. He supports a murderer, which is not the truth. I do not support that.
Yeah, it's not. We know it's not. We know it's not the truth. We know that. But the thing is, though, your channel is successful now, right? So why should it matter what these people think about you or what their opinion are?
You're trying to make it this into something it's not. This is not me saying what the people have said about me affects how I run my channel and how I don't. It's the fact that people go out of their way to do so, and then I do lose supporters. I have people after Troll said that. Yeah, I had people that were on my live streams. Oh, I'm not watching. I can't watch your channel knowing that you support murder. And I'm like, I never once said that. And for the Terminator, Cyberax, listen, I agree. I tried my best to stay neutral for as long as I could. These actions have indicated to me you can't stay neutral because at the end of the day, everyone loses. Everyone loses, and that's the unfortunate reality of the whole thing. A bunch of people just came in, quick hello, and then Frauder Watch will say, well, I was going to say, we'll say hi to our guest, and this was. Frauder Terminator came in, Nerd Girl, lovely Navy Girl, great to see you, Navy Girl. No, you're not Navy Girl. Where's lovely Navy Girl? There's Navy Girl. Hi, Navy Girl.
Hey, Navy Girl. Hey, that's nice that she's in here.
What's up, Navy Girl?
This person's new.
You in the Navy, huh?
Navy Girl's really awesome person. That she's awesome. If she's still in here, give me a thumbs up, Navy Girl.
Yeah. Nerd Girl said people have said the same thing about me. I'm not the nerd girl of the world. I was branded a Kiser sim. And that's like people are like, Will, how's your daddy Kiser doing? And I'm like, I don't even talk to dude. Like before I spoke to dude like a month or so ago about all this, I hadn't spoken to dude on the phone since like the springtime. He texts me once in a while and I would text him back, but it's just like, we were just two content creators sharing content, but like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. It just wasn't the same. Frauder Watch, good to see you, pal. I knew you got stuff to say. Go for it.
G'day, Will. Thanks for having me up. You can hear me okay?
Yep.
I honestly can't stay for long. I'm actually at work. I'm on my cell, so I don't know how well this is going to go. I mean, I fell for him. I went back to him. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And then I saw from Shiz's channel, I saw the show cause. I questioned it because I couldn't find the DA at the time. So I did a video, which I've pulled off my channel, and I did an apology one, and he claimed I backstabbed him in that. From the people I've talked to, I don't know how I backstabbed him. Hey, I made a mistake. This is correct. You've got to show cause. You're getting your bond revoked.
Yeah, I could never figure out how they were saying you were stabbing him in the back either. I didn't get that one.
Yeah, I listened to it, and I'm like, no, there's nothing negative about Wrangler about it. It's a matter of fact. You were reporting what?
Here's the thing. That whole group, the moment you say anything negative about Kiser, you're immediately, if you were at one time or a current supporter of him, if you question any of the charges, any of the court proceedings or anything that he does, then you're considered stabbing him in the back. Because I was called the backstabber. Now, I want you guys to think about this for a second.
There's going to be a lot of soul searching in the next couple of weeks with a lot of people.
Well, here's what I need you guys to understand. I was called today a backstabber of Wrangler on my channel. When for over a year, even though I was peppered with insults, threats, harassment, you guys know it. People have been targeting me to death because I didn't call out Kiser on my channel, even though I spoke about it so many times. But I chose not to because, one, I didn't want bullies on the internet telling me what to do, number one. And number two, I wanted to be certain for a fact that what I said was accurate. Because once you say something on this platform, there's no going back. Yet.
Oh, yeah. Haven't I learned that one?
After a year, and I'll let you guys go ahead. After a year of quote unquote being loyal to this guy, his supporters want to say that I stabbed him in the back by my community post, which simply said actions have consequences, in essence. Go ahead, whoever was talking. And, I'm going to take this comment out. Let's pull up my community post so you guys know exactly what I'm referring to. But go ahead, fellas. I'm listening.
Go ahead, Frogger Watch.
No, I was just saying, I learned that with that video. Once it's out there, even though you make a retraction and you fix what you've done, you still wear what you've done in the past. And I mean, I've got to live with that. So what? Yeah, it cost me some subscribers. I'm waiting to get confirmation on the warrant that's out. I'm going to do a video and I'm going to call him out. He probably won't ever see it. He'll probably be in Alabama by the time it comes out. But, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to call him out. He is nothing more than a frauditor in sheep's clothing. If it doesn't fit his narrative, you're the bad guy. And he changes his narrative. I'm even questioning now the stories that he's told me regarding the murder of Donald Cameron. From what he's told me, it's not the way that it's been reported. But now I'm questioning, has he been living that lie so long he doesn't know the boundaries between what's fantasy and what's fact?
I think you're really onto something there. Maybe, I don't know. I have got a sneaking suspicion, and again, this is just a suspicion at this point. I mean, it's just a guess, but we were talking a little earlier before you came on. I really think that there may be a sealed indictment coming down the road at him over that matter. I don't know. I mean, the way this has all happened so quickly and so intensely, I don't know. Will, you work in law. What do you think? I mean, I can't.
I do. When you said that earlier, I said you're spot on.
It's just got that smell to it.
There has to be, to me, there has to be a reason why they wanted to get him in cuffs so quick. He's going to be extradited. He could be extradited right now, for all we know. And then,
he'll be in Etowah County, Alabama by Monday.
And then, there'll be something on the court docket by Tuesday morning. Everyone's going to be streaming Fraud or Troll. Welcome back, everyone. I have some fantastic news on the channel. Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But, it's a pretty good version, actually.
But I thought I was on Fraud and Manu's channel, not Fraud of the Trolls channel.
But I got to add something to this. I don't think most everyone would probably say if Kiser was a problem, there were individuals that made the problem worse in the sense that they bullied those that did not agree with them about Kiser to the point that people sided with Kiser only just to be defiant.
But you know what it was? Not even agreed with Kiser. Simply personally did not want to make a stance on the internet.
Right. And I say that these people are just, as far as the current state of this, I guess, community, if we want to use that term loosely, is isn't right now because they attack instead of say, hey, here's the facts, and just and eventually people will come to the right conclusion. They just need maybe more time.
And the unfortunate thing is, this is the drama portion of YouTube. This is the drama portion of quote unquote frauditors and frauditing. And I will tell you, Wrangler screwed that up for everybody. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
He really messed it up for everyone because of the fact that he just would not handle things appropriately, would not hold himself accountable, wanted to play the victim. Like, think about it. How many channels that and David put this in an email to me once a long time ago. David said that this guilt by association rhetoric nonsense is so outplayed. It's so old. It's at the point where it's just like, who would have thought that a bunch of adults on the internet would be so childish in thinking that simply because you touched a sour grape a year ago, you're to be foreverly tainted and foreverly told that you are a worthless excuse of a human being. And it's like, and that's what, like Nerd Girl said, she was bullied by people. Yes, I have a video. I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it. But like, I have a video from Stone Vet going on a rant about me, saying that I was a very derogative term. And it's just like, dude doesn't even know me. Dude doesn't even watch my channel. We all remember Tats. Tats put out nearly 40 videos about me. Simply for joining a channel 3 or 4 times. Well, I know.
I've got a question for you.
And Steven Sellers, I'm sorry, I see that you said, "Hey, what's up, Doc?" So how you doing, buddy?
Go ahead and watch.
I've got a question for you. I want you to put yourself into Wrangler's shoes. Now, if we go back to the end of December, when Shiz came out and said, "Hey, Mikey, you've got a court case 2525," and she kept going on, then she showed the
notice,
the document saying the notice. Yeah, thank you. The show cause notice. She showed that. Then I came out and I put it on my channel, which was one that didn't have her watermark on it. All right. I want you to put yourself in his shoes. Would you have then gone, maybe there could be something here. Maybe I should look into this and find out for yourself what's actually happening, instead of denying it and going, "Oh, no, it's just a status hearing. I don't need to go."
Well, here's the
that's
thing.
what he was doing.
When you market to your audience, hey, I'm the victim of everything. Support me because I am the biggest victim on YouTube. AKA, I don't have to hold myself accountable. Yes, I would have responded the exact same way. If you're a reasonable person, then you would respond as you said. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Maybe there's some validity to these accusations. And here's my problem with that. And someone said this on my channel, on my community post, which we'll pull up in a minute. Hi, Bookie Worm. Great to see you. And MC, you said it perfectly. It's not some, like, people are like, "Oh, Kiser lies." People believe what they want to believe. People think, Kiser targeted innocent grannies and stole their last $5 on the super chats. No, people believe what they want to believe. People aren't stupid. People support who they want to support. But yeah, this is a real life soap drama that unfortunately all of us are dragged into, and it is what it is. But to your point, Frauder Watch, someone said to me, "Oh, well, Kiser can't be served by trolls on the internet. He has to be served judicially." My issue was when he came on a couple of days later, pulled up the same document that Shiz had, showed it on his channel, and said, "Well, guys, this is the notice that I got from court." That should tell you right there. It's real. It's legit. This internet facade, this internet persona I want to put out, let's just let that crap go. And let's take this seriously. But because to his fighting breath, as we saw last night, he wants to play this, "Well, rednecks will be all right there." And look where he is now.
Well, the other thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on. David, then Frauder Watch.
I was just saying another way this could get really interesting is if he decides to fight extradition.
With it, well, I don't know. Oh, Jesus,
he can.
Yeah, he could. Hi,
I'm
Nancy.
not sure why, but he didn't show up for court either, did he?
No, he didn't, and he doesn't.
The judge might not even hear that. If you don't show up it's one thing if he showed up to court, then the judge potentially would hear arguments on it. But the judge is probably going to say, no, you wouldn't even show up to court. So no.
But remember, that was in Alabama. This is.
It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters.
Because he can't be extradited until the governor signs the warrant. So
right, which is why I say Monday.
Currently, it's possible. I doubt it too, but it's possible.
Yeah. Desert Dog says he knew last. So that's my point, Desert Dog. He knew a month ago. Like I said, I had a personal conversation. I said to my community, let's pull my community post up. I said to my community post.
He said it on his channel.
He showed it. So the point is, this whole, it was such short notice for me. It was such short notice. I couldn't get to Alabama in time. That's BS. That's absolute BS. And I don't appreciate the fact that he makes his audience, his supporters, and then people like us that have stayed silent because we have some shred of loyalty to the guy, make us sound like idiots. You didn't have notice?
There's one other thing that's interesting that just kind of occurred to me. Something that who was it that just said this? MC Dilligaff just said that, she's making the point that he is just an entertainment channel and that it's just an internet guy. And it's really interesting to me how many people have got such an incredibly vested interest in this.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? People like soap operas. People like dramas. Cinema, as they call it.
But that was a good observation, MC.
Now, let's look at my community post and let's just be completely straightforward about my whole, let's be honest. This is my take on the whole thing. If you don't like it, hey, people have said I wasn't sincere enough. I wasn't, I was backpedaling and blah, blah, blah. I'm not at this point. What am I backpedaling for? I have been dragged through the mud for who knows how long. What is backpedaling going to do for me? Let's have a look at what I have to say. Hey, Rob, can you read that first paragraph, please?
I can't even see it. Hold on.
All right, Joe, can you read paragraph 1 while Rob Thomas?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to monitor your. I'm trying to monitor your chat a little bit here.
I don't know.
But hey, we got MC. She's got a wrench, so I can read.
Has any tros come in? I haven't seen any of the tros.
No tros. No tros, but MC the guest does have it.
Tros on the internet.
But MC did the gap. It does have a wrench, so I'll read the first paragraph. She's got it.
Is it me or do I hear a train?
Okay, you're hearing
probably
things,
your mama.
Rob, you're hearing things again.
Really?
It's just his mama in the background. That's all he knows. Lois Peterson just said, and Lois Peterson, I see you changed your name. I am ashamed of how foolish I was. I always hoped people could change their ways. And you know what it is? At the end of the day, I always just hope. I when I first started being on his panel, and even after I stopped being on his panel, I still would say I just hope that he comes around and recognizes to just. Because at first I thought he actually was trying to do better, but again,
I thought so too.
You know what it is? The money, the super chats, the fame, when people just stroke his ego all day, every day, that can change a person. It really can. So, since his channel was created by false military and all that money off the, isn't that a violation of a certain act? I researched it. Technically, it's not. And I say that because his channel didn't start to evolve until after the allegations came out. So everyone that supported him knew for a fact that he was known for blah, 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 blah.
Right. Now, maybe if the channel had got going really good before all this came out.
Can't we just turn the page on Wrangler? I'm sorry. Can't we just turn the page on Wrangler? I mean, I want to, but it's just unfortunately It has to be.
I asked that question a long time ago.
Well, I tried my best to, and it takes a while. It takes a while. Qualified.
I asked that same question about Chris Ryder also. I'm like, can we turn the page? I'm like, the main channel is gone. I mean, the two main people are now basically kaput. In a way, can we just turn the channel and just go on, or turn the page or whatever how Will said it?
I will
just go on
Move TF on. That's why I say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to turn the page just yet. There are some things that need to be learned.
There's a lot of things that
the whole thing about going after Ryder like he did, Chris Ryder, and everything, all the nonsense he pulled. The whole shooting match needs to be looked at in terms of what can we learn from this for the future. Because let's face it, the whole thing, and this is kind of where I've been for a couple of months. The whole thing got pretty ridiculous.
Agreed.
Yeah. It got very ridiculous very quickly. It's
when it started getting personal, because a lot of it really started getting personal.
It did. It really did get personal with a lot of people. I think my saving grace is when I took a little bit of break from YouTube. I was able to come back in with a little bit of fresher set of eyes and start seeing some things. Now I'm stubborn. I didn't want to believe what some people would say was obviously in my face, but
it's that old South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolinians are.
Oh, my bad. I was.
Well, you know what? I will admit that South Carolinians are stubborn. We are a stubborn bunch of people.
They sure are.
Do y'all remember when Frauditor Troll had him up on that one evening when they were calling him out on the thing with Blackheart Knight?
I remember
and everything.
Yeah.
That's where I suddenly realized, hey, there's something going on. I don't know. I kind of started distancing myself after that. I had done a couple of things with him. I did this Christmas song with him and everything, and it just something.
But here's the thing, and I
want to. I give it to Blackheart.
I hope he's okay, and I hope he gets help, and I hope everything's all right. I really do. I don't wish the guy any ill will. But if he did something, he needs to man.
I want to respond to this comment real quick, guys. I want to respond to Warren's comment because Warren has been consistent. I think Warren is a loyal supporter of my channel, and I thank you for sticking around. But Warren said, Will, the Wrangler admitted he was guilty of his crimes. It was not like he lied about his crimes. And yes, if he skipped out on court, he will have to answer for that. I need you to understand something. I want to make something very clear. I am not in any way, shape, or form denying the fact that he's admitted to some of the crimes he has committed. Now, I say some of them with an asterisk because he has stated, yes, the felon, he's made it clear that he's guilty of all that. I've never once questioned that. Part of it is, one, he skipped out on court. That is a serious experience. But also, it's the fact that if you lie about something so small, what's to say you're not lying about something else? It's more about the question there about what are we missing. And
well, let's face it, there's a lot of stuff we don't know. We just don't.
And Florida Watch is going to hop off. Thanks for coming, Florida Watch.
Thank you, Florida
No
Watch.
problem.
It's good. Hey,
I'll catch you guys later.
Florida Watch.
All right. Have a good day.
Florida Watch. Florida Watch. I'll shoot you an
Take
email
care.
about something for future. Have a good one.
But David says it well. There's a lot that we don't know. We can only base this off what we do know and our personal experiences. One of my most recent,
and part of it also is before we go jumping all over Kiser, although I mean, looks pretty serious. None of us are perfect, and none of us, what's that thing about throwing stones at glass houses?
Live in glass houses should not throw stone. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to, if we want to be forgiven, we have to forgive, and we have to understand. Now, that doesn't mean he shouldn't be held accountable, but there, I mean,
I know.
I don't know. Doing to others is you have them doing to you kind of pops.
Dark Vigilante says, "Don't call out frauditing if you're dirty yourself." I mean, that's true. That's well said. Honestly, that's the truth.
Yeah. And you know what? That's true because the fraudsters don't even call out their own dirty people. Look at Coot Nanny. What's the guy that shot the homeless man?
Hoyt Webb.
They act like they don't even know him.
Good nanny press or something like
Hoyt
that.
Webb.
Yeah,
No,
they act like they don't
use that
even know
man's
that
real
guy.
name. His name is Hoyt Webb.
Yeah, Hoyt Webb. You know, when you ask any of these fraudsters about him, oh, I don't know the guy. You mean it? Oh, I haven't seen the video. I'm like, you haven't seen the video? They've been all over YouTube. I mean, you haven't watched it.
Good grief, that got on ABC
Yes.
or NBC
It
One.
made national news.
And Dark Vigilante said again, he missed his court date. That's what he calls out the fraudsters for. So you're telling me you couldn't go to court because of your mother at home waiting for you to cook your dinner?
Well, this really sounds like he couldn't make court for reasons, as Dummy Kruger would say. Reasons.
I don't, and that's the thing. If there's like a legitimate medical thing, I don't know. But to me, it was just the argument that he was trying to say, I didn't receive the document in enough time, was BS. Your ignorance of the law is not a defense. If that's
he
your
also was
argument,
telling us about it on his channel 2 months ago.
but that's my point. His argument to me, even to me on the phone, his argument was, well, yeah, it's all because Shizaho, or whatever, all because Shiz showed a document doesn't mean I have to respond to it. And I'm like, but it's easy to prove that you had notice. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, they're told, oh, you can't serve someone via email. That's true. But this isn't serving a civil document to commence a civil action. This is a criminal proceeding that you admitted to your audience that you were aware of. And I told him that. But he kept putting it up on his live streams, talking about it. So 2525, we'll see you all there.
In this case, he really should have had an attorney because the attorney should have told him to.
He did have an attorney.
He had an attorney, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with that.
His attorney should have told him, do not say anything about your court cases or anything that has anything to do with you legally on YouTube or on the internet.
I'm sure
now
he did.
that is
The client's going to listen.
And that's the thing, some people just can't keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, we've seen that way too many times. We really have. I'm going to tell you some.
Because any good attorney would have told him, can you please stop talking?
I'm sure a good attorney has been telling him and Ryder to please stop talking. Please shut the hell up. Please shut the hell up. Okay. Sorry. That sounded like a song getting ready to start.
And one of the guy.
I'm gonna hold on, hey fellas. I'm just gonna step away, not even for a minute. But you guys go ahead.
Well, the guy I really feel for in all this is JJ Scarborough. It sounds like he kind of got suckered into some stuff.
I think so too. Unfortunately, I hope that enough time will pass before the next election, where people will kind of forget his association, or if they remember it, they'd still remember him.
Some people, in these days, when it comes to things like that, a lot of people would not forget it. So either two things is going to happen. He either going to be primary or either he's just not.
And real quick, Pomegranate, Ranger did go to jail today. Based on your statement, it sounds like you did not know that he went to jail today. So I just want to make sure you're aware of it. He is currently in custody. So, sorry. Here. All right. David?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just, I'm reading the chat, so trying to pay attention to what's going on in the chat. And if I see something, I do want to try to answer promptly.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Pomegranate. I'm not sure I don't think he thought it was going to catch up to him, is what I don't think I thought. I mean, it's the way for him to get on last night, you remember my reaction to that when we were talking, Doc? I mean, that was just how dumb do you have to be to go on a live stream 8 hours after not showing up for a felony show cause hearing? I didn't get that one at all.
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. He's going to go on live. And I did want to hear what his excuse was, but after listening to his excuse, I knew for a fact that his excuse was not true.
And he still did the 35, 40-minute roll call to
Yes.
Not even so much, and you know what it was, and also was, oh well, we'll have supporters that'll leave us eventually. Talking about me, my community.
Oh, and Hawkeye Lots makes a very good point. Proper service, especially in Alabama, 34.4. That's right. I think that's right. His problem was that the condition of the bond, he didn't keep his current address. It's his fault. He didn't get the documents.
Right. Now, in his argument, he claims that he did update his address and that he was still receiving documentation about this case to his current address in Oklahoma. That's his argument. Now, what I said to him was, okay, get a bondsman or get someone that indicates that there is an address change. Bring your proof to court. Have your attorney ready to argue that. That will be your defense. Nah, there, Bubba, I don't need that. Blah, 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 blah. We'll be all right. The haters won't get to us this time.
And it's not.
Well, that's the reason why he's at where he's at now. He didn't take your advice. He didn't go to court. He didn't do any of that. So, in a way, that's his fault.
Yeah, I think what really upsets me more is the fact that he didn't show up for court. If he had shown up and went to jail, I don't think I would have been that upset with him. I feel betrayed by him because reasons that Fraud Romani had listed, being how whether you're a supporter or not a supporter, but if you were quiet, you were not attacking him, you were getting attacked by other people so ridiculously horrible that some people step away from YouTube, step away from all of it because they just did not want to be attacked. They got so frustrated with it, they had to walk away. And I will still, to this day, I will tell everyone out there, yes, Wrangler was wrong, but what these folks did, they added to it, and that was not right neither.
This whole thing, in a way, has just been it's a huge mess. It's a huge cautionary tale about the dangers of social media.
Yes. Yes. He fooled a lot of people. He really did. I'm one of them. I'm guilty of it, of being fooled by it.
You know what it was? And for me, as a new content creator, and I say it in one of my I'm saying in my third paragraph of my community post, I was under the impression that
technically you're not that new though, but go ahead.
I said when I was new. Like a year ago. I was under the notion that a content creator that has get off your high horse, Will, you supported this crap. No. Now, see, this is the problem that I have. You're saying I supported this crap. I did not support any of this. I was not a supporter of any of this, as I'm trying to say. When I first started on this platform, I was under the notion that if I put out content similar to someone else, regardless of their past, someone that I was under the impression was on the up and up, was someone that was holding themselves accountable, that was dragged through the mud previously. Okay. But then as time passed, yes, it was something where you learn that, what people put in front of you isn't always the reality, and it takes time for that to be unfolded. And no, I did not respond to that.
So Kimmy Dawn is in Jonas Specifics chat. She just posted a comment about the arrest. No, about the arrest. He was arrested here at the house at 4:45 this evening. Shits, and everyone got what they wanted. So he was booked in roughly around 6:30 p.m. Arrest was around 4:45 p.m.
Will, you gave him credibility. And how did I give him credibility? If you're talking about a year ago, when I was
That kinda
on his
went the other
channel.
way.
Sure. But you guys are acting like I come up here every week and I support the guy. Mile High Geek, look, if you're just one of those people, if you're one of those people that just say, I have no backbone, I'm spineless, when I literally put out a statement denouncing the guy, I'm doing a live stream right now, making it very clear, my stance on this guy. The whole reason I did it for this extensive period of time is because my objective was to stay neutral as long as possible. No, it's fine, Joe. Was to be as objective as long as possible. Shiz got what she wanted. Justice got. I didn't say anything.
No,
about
that
Shiz.
was what Kimmy said, and I just I read it off. So, yeah.
So I don't know. So look, the honest truth is, I don't know what you guys want me to say. And here's the whole thing. Mile High Geeks. You apparently were not on my channel when on numerous occasions on my live streams. See, there you go. Neutral for a murderer. It has not been factually proven in court that he is a murderer. He was indicted by a grand jury for murder, that it was released. Our judicial system has a clause, innocent until proven guilty. So therefore, I will not say someone is a murderer. Yes, I knew about the indictment. Absolutely. Look, you have a problem with the fact that I didn't speak up soon enough. That's your issue. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Shiz called me out in her stream yesterday and called me a bunch of names for it. Okay, cool. Whatever. Let's move on. Yes, he's indicted. I know. Let's have a look at my community post. I'll just say this. I want you to tell me exactly what I did that indicates I was a supporter. Though on my channel for about 8 months, I kept going on rants on my live streams about my stance on fraud at Wrangler. How I was tired of the drama. I have questions. I have concerns. I think I've been lied to. You didn't see that. You didn't see that on my channel, my Mile High Geeks, did you? Okay. Mile High Geeks is just is having a temper tantrum. So let's just have a look at my community posts. Joe, can you read the first paragraph,
Certainly.
please?
The recent outcome of fraud at Wrangler case has proven to many, myself included, that the characteristics described by me and all who have covered him are true. A man who seems to dodge any form of accountability for the actions, yet come to platforms like ours and denounce the malfactory actions of others. Is it someone who should be idolized in our society? Over the last year, with the repeated hypocritical actions occurring, I've had to ask myself, who truly is Michael Kiser? And it's true. He's dishonest, he's disingenuous, and talks a good game, but rarely backs it up. Simply put it, he is a con artist. I admit that.
And I mean what I said. Mile High Geeks, no one's kicking you. Moderators do not kick out Mile High Geeks. He can talk as much as he wants, but he might just get ignored, which I know will piss him off more than anything else. And Bookie Worm, I love this show. You share my stuff with Dr. Dave. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you support like my channel. Warren, see, here's the thing. My actual channel supporters agree that I was neutral to the situation. Yet the haters that don't watch my channel, Will's a supporter. Will's a Kiser. Will supports a murderer. Oh, here we go. Spineless, I'm out. You knew he was trash for 2 years. Enjoy your new Kiser sucks. Be him now. Congrats. You know what? Thank you. Thank you for leaving. So, look. My whole point, paragraph 1. He gets on a platform and wants to call out people for their transgressions, large or small. Mm-hmm. But then he cannot even hold himself accountable. I have a problem with that. If I got pulled over for for a speeding ticket and was summoned to court, I would go to court because I could not, in good conscience, go to court or put out videos calling out people with traffic tickets, and I don't even go to court myself because I have one. Maybe that's just my moral whatever, That's my take. And the truth is, over the last year, there's been a lot of things that have happened. Him stealing my videos, him blatantly just lying to me about certain things and events that I know are not true. It makes me ask myself, who is this Wrangler guy? Like, what is the content of his character really? I'll tell you, he's a charmer. He can put on a good facade. He can put on a good face. But you know what that makes him? As I said, makes him a con artist. And I thought that for a long time. I just kept my mouth shut. Because you know why? Every thought, every little imaginatory, is that a word? I don't know. Every little thought that goes through a person's head does not need to be put on the internet. There's a reason why we can't read each other's thoughts. There's a reason.
Okay, guys, I have some information that just came up on the Oklahoma County website. Okay. Michael William Kiser. He was booked 2/7/2025 today. He's being held. He's being held without bond on the following charges: third-degree burglary and possession of a credit or debit card of another with intent to defraud. They have two different. Let's see, same case number for both. And then total bond is not. There's $3,000 bond on the burglary and no bond on the possession of credit or debit card to defraud. Let's see here. It shows his age, his height, weight, all that good stuff. And then it looks like he's being held for extradition.
Yep. And that's him being held accountable. And it's like, look, if he, I wonder if he had gone to court, right? Because there's another flip side. We're saying that there may have been a sealed indictment. What if there wasn't? What if it simply was come to court, argue your case, and then the conditions of your bond will stay intact? If he had simply gone to court and let his attorney argue his case, would that not have been a possibility? There's a chance that would have been.
Oh, yes, definitely. That especially if the attorney can show that there was proper documentation done by Kiser and someone made a boo-boo somewhere in the court system.
Clerical errors happen all the time. And one of the things that I said to Kiser was the fact that because you didn't receive this paperwork means that they do not have your current address on file. You need to rectify that before the court hearing. Nah, Bubba, no worries, brother. Everything's good. Blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, okay, I can't help you if you won't listen to the simplest piece of advice from someone that actually works in the legal sector.
Yep.
But anyway, can someone just, I just want to read through this real quick. I want everyone to be fully clear about my stance. Rob, can you read the second paragraph, please? Okay. David, can you read paragraph?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, sure. Hang on a second. By the way, guys, check your email.
Sorry about that.
Okay, second paragraph.
Sorry about that.
Well, second.
Yes, please.
While I haven't been guns blazing, I've sat back and listened to many content creators who have covered Kiser, and while many seem to enjoy making fun of him, it was the words of that Dickbag Patrol said a few months ago on a live stream that really got me thinking. It's like someone lying about having cancer and grifting for it just to move on and pretend like nothing happened. Guess what? I personally lost my best friend to cancer at 19, so yeah, I wouldn't let that crap go either. When I started this channel, I was under the naive notion that simply putting out content similar to mine and having similar viewpoints on similar content was what was most important. And I was wrong. Over the next few months, I truly had to evaluate what I viewed as most important with my channel, with my friends, and as a man, and I asked myself, are a couple of extra subs worth it? And the answer, simply put, is no.
Stop right there. Stop right there just for a second, please. Thank you for that. So look, yeah, that was when Dickbag was on, and it's funny. Like I even told Dickbag this. Yeah, he still wants to talk about he despises me, and I don't listen to him. Whatever. It was when Team Skeptic did that random live stream about Wrangler, which I didn't even know they had a relationship. I had no clue they even knew each other. But like Dickbag was on and said, he's like, Kiser and the Stolen Valor is like someone lying about having cancer, grifting for it being revealed that they were lying, and then they come out and apologize and say, well, guys, let's move on. He's like, if you don't understand the military, we all had someone succumb to cancer.
One thing, Dawson DeTrano just made a very interesting point in the chat. He wasn't supposed to leave Alabama in the first place. Did he have permission from the court to live in Oklahoma?
That I don't know.
I'm betting no.
Well, but the answer probably is no.
We need to find out about that because that would be an interesting question to answer. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Hey guys, I'm taking off for the night. Get up early tomorrow morning. I'm taking off for the night.
All right, thank you, Rob.
Right. Hey, let me just say this real quick. Will who's winning Sunday?
The World Series.
The commercials.
My Eagles are winning, that's for sure.
Hopefully we need them to win Sunday, but then again, it is Philadelphia.
Screw you, dude. Screw you, dude. Don't talk about my hometown like that, dude. Come on. Dark Vigilante 20 says it. Wrangler lied, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lied. So look, I'm not going to get on this platform and pretend like I'm going to beg, pretend like I wasn't silent for a year. What I'm not going to do is beg that people, quote unquote, forgive me or give me a second chance over this. I'm making my stance clear. Whether you accept it or not is on you. Am I backpedaling as Guadalupe and Vegas Vips? No, I'm not backpedaling. I saw the reality of a person's actions, and I came to conclusions that I wanted to vocalize to a large audience. That's what it's called being an adult. You don't put every thought on the internet. You go ahead and you put out thoughts and content as you deem appropriate, which is what I did. So this is my general viewpoint, guys. My community post is there. You guys can read it. Blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna read through it. I'll just read this. Am I saying Kiser is the devil, as some believe? No, and I don't think that. But I believe this does begin to raise a valid question that I am objectively asking, and this is the question: if Kiser lacks the ability to be held accountable in simply doing the right thing for something as simple as a rule to show cause hearing, this is a relatively minor hearing. What the question that I began to ask myself is, what else is he afraid to hold himself accountable for? Now, I say in this comment that I personally experienced some of his inconsistencies. I've mentioned a couple. Ask questions. I'll tell you guys everything I know. And I've never fully vocalized my opinion except on a few of my live streams, but I have questioned the content of his character for a long time. And quite frankly, this is what summarizes it for me. So here we are, guys. The question could be asked, where do we go from here? Mm-hmm. Dark Vigilante says, don't beg for forgiveness, don't support the douche. And here's the thing. I have been trying to plead my case that I have not been supporting dude for the last year, and no one wanted to listen. So now it's the fact that I'm speaking out against it. Oh, you're still a supporter of his. You're a closeted supporter of his. And I had people saying that I'm in some way waiting to take all his subscribers. Like, oh, the moment Kiser gets locked up, Will's going to take all his... How is that exactly
how does that work?
I mean, is somebody going to... I mean, should I make a community post? Hey, Wrangler, Roughnecks, come subscribe to me. I'll entertain you guys for the rest of...
Will, you didn't tell them about the secret subscriber stealer? Oh, come on, man.
Oh, shh. Don't give it away, David. I don't know. I just, quite frankly, I just don't know how it's possible. But all I can say is what it is. And you know what? Oh, God. VOP is in
Yeah, and GS's chat. Yeah, I've been noticing that.
Keep moving, keep doing your videos. The people will either move on or they won't. And you know what? That's exactly what I'm doing. Making videos, having a good time. And that's that.
I do think this is good, though, that we had this discussion today, because then that means next week we're moving forward. We don't have to deal with this whole issue. I'm sure every now and then something will pop up. Something will pop up that we may have to address, but at least now we can start, as you said before, turn the page.
I agree.
So
let's just pull up. I do want to pull up, though, what David sent me, just so everyone knows what we're talking about. This is the jail tracker. I think Shiz was on this earlier. This is the information. Michael William Kiser. So he was arrested today on 1 count, held without bond, 3,000 cash bond, and then no bonds. So see count 1 for total bond, no bond. So he's stuck.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's stuck. He's not going anywhere, but that's why I said that he's being extradited, no doubt. 5'9", 160 pounds, 5'8". Well, I didn't put his date of birth out there. They did. But
well, it is public record at this point.
So here it is. I mean, so people were saying, burglary in the 3rd degree, possession of credit cards with the intent to defraud. Yeah. So it's like, look, these are crimes, again, that he has admitted to. And I do feel as though, as I said before, the internet was just like hammering and peppering him with, oh, we want to see him held accountable for the burglary. We want to see him held. When people are doped up on drugs, they do crazy things. And that's part of the reason why I said, if dude's getting clean, I'm happy for him. But, dude, if you risked going to jail over these 2 charges, and David, you said it, that's why it's potentially a sealed indictment against him. Because if you broke your bond over this, they're not going to throw you in jail for an extended period of time over burglary in the 3rd degree and fraud with a credit card.
Especially if you've shown yourself to be clean. That happens a lot. Those people often get probation. There's no big deal.
Yeah, and there are clerical errors, which to me is the impression he was giving me. Oh, there was a clerical error, so therefore, in court, it can be rectified. So you would think, go to court, get it rectified. But no, not there, Bubba. I'm sorry. I don't know. I didn't want to live stream about this because it does get exhausting talking about the same stuff over and over and over. These troll channels do it every night. I don't know how. I'm exhausted talking about it 2 days straight. Do you guys have any final words? I mean, we can wrap this up. I mean, I thought I had some videos we could watch, but I don't think it's appropriate.
No, I don't think it is. I guess we did say initially before we went live that we weren't going to talk about this situation.
Let me just I can't end. I gotta do the whole thing with GS. Give me a second. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Leave your final thoughts.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, but seeing that his arrest, and like I said, part of me is kind of glad that it happened tonight, because that means tomorrow we definitely can move forward.
Yeah, that means tomorrow
we can move forward. We can move forward. We can turn the page. We can move forward. This can become yesterday's news.
Well, and all this other stuff is important that we've talked about, but so is forgiveness and understanding. We need to, Kimmy's got to be having a tough time right now. This is really nerves.
Yeah, I do. I hope that she's going to be okay. I do hope so.
But keep everybody concerned in your prayers, because they're going to need.
Everyone that's actually been negatively affected by the whole
Yeah.
situation, keep them in your prayers. Us, 3 of us keep each other in our prayers because this is just what it is, guys. It is what it is. All right, let's call it quits, guys. I'm tired. I know, Joe, you're probably going to be on GS's panel for another 3 hours.
I'm getting ready to jump up there as soon as I say goodbye.
I'm gonna have you guys on the TV, and I'm gonna do a few things in the house and get ready.
Hey,
So,
Doc,
and
do me a
the
favor. Tell GS I said hi.
Okay, I sure will. All right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, fellas.
All right.
We're gonna end the stream on one statement, and this is the reality. Kiser screwed her over as well. Screwed poor Kimmy over. I know people question whether or not Kimmy is real. I never had that conversation, but if she's real, yeah, screwed her over as well. That's the unfortunate thing. Love you guys. This was a bit of a darker stream. We're gonna be back laughing about Lucky Laptop and belly buttons and Eagle Nick in a couple days, but we're gonna call it quits here. Everybody have a good night. I love you all to death.